Welcome to the Ponderous Brick Thinker. This is another installment in Learning from the Pros. Today we are continuing with LEGO Set 41732, Downtown Flower and Design Stores. This comes from the LEGO Friends line. In the previous installment, the second level has been almost completed. It just needs the ceiling slash roof, or this upper part. Apparently there's going to be some work there, otherwise it would have probably been part of the last bag. But overall it's coming together. Then it's going to start off with a base plate, or just a plate, or not. I guess we're going to do the balcony now. Alright. I see that for that. Let's see. Technic. So that could be black because I see it right here. And then nope, maybe this way. Nope, this way. So that the friction thing catches. And the cross is there, and then again. Nope. So right now it is cross inserts for that. Okay, so we have double that. And now the balcony itself. I am curious. Let's see, who do I have on hand? Mr. Oz. Yeah. This can work for minifigs. But for friends, what's going on? There we go. Can also work. It's just that the mini dolls are slightly taller than the minifigs, so I was curious if the scale would be an issue. Oh, okay, and there we go. Then it touches here. But having the door and balcony there does prevent joining in that fashion. Yeah, you can remove the balcony, which is cool, but then you have a door leading to a wall. And also the door pulls outward, I believe. Yep. So curious that they went that approach. It can be reversed in terms of putting the balcony here, but it can work. Sometimes you just have a window to a balcony, but then you just have a door there. You'll have to switch the walls, which I wonder if it's possible, because it's just, no, these bricks are holding on to that, so it's not an easy take off and switch it. Okay. Oh, that's a heart and a one thing. Okay. Thought it was gonna be a key, but it's it's a really big door handle. I don't know. Okay, and then some greenery. lose some? Let's see here. I'm looking for that little claw. It shows it black. I see a gray one. There it is. And then on the third one. Then we can put the plate here. Okay. Then orange, which corresponds to that highlight color. There and there. Okay, so we're gonna get 1x8, two 1x4s. I would. This is easier for me to understand. The instructions have them put them together and then put this plate on top of them. But I think with all the instructions, it'll be, clear as to what the intent is. Oh, and do it 2 times. Oh, just like that. That really projects it outward. The surface is now meeting up to here, which is curious because, yeah, there's almost not exactly like a gargoyle, just that projecting out from a building surface, but it was rather pointed out, but this kind of normalizes it. It makes it look okay. Because by instructions, you do this, and then you do this. Yeah. See if I can keep them all there. Oh, let me go down a bit. I'm bringing it to a taller, and it goes like that. Right here. So it is 1x5s here. 1x2s. I would have thought, make a 1x7, but I don't know if those exist. 1x5s, I've seen them before. So I guess that's the only way to make this work and to have it, that particular distance from the edge. Okay, dark brown 1x2 with single. In this fashion. This right here helps gather all the colors together, even though I don't think the dark brown is going to be showing itself, but it does have its presence here and there. But you have the light yellow, the orange, and then the light, it kind of blends it together. What we don't have is the actual yellow yet, but it kind of works that this is the heavier color, or the more saturated, and interpreted as the heavier color. So it kind of makes sense. It's on the bottom. I was just looking at this, and it says white 2, but it's 2 and put them in 2 different places. Okay. And then 3. 1x4s. Oh. But they go like this. And then this detail. It's good that they reuse that detail here. It helps it be cohesive. And then there. And I think maybe it's a beehive. We'll see. Some horizontals, but they're gonna get let's see. This kind of brick that's 2 layers high, then round, around, and another round. Let's see, what is this kind of? Because beehives are usually enclosed. Maybe this is another kind of horizontal planter. So only in the center. But then on the side we get side panels with grills. Could be hydroponics. Those the roots just need water and air. But let's see. It looks like something, all right. And then some wedges, or no, not wedges, slopes. Now, curious that they have this, but I wonder, they probably don't, but just the normal way of, like, how the roofs work, there's an overlap so the water doesn't stay here. Just a little overlap, but it would have to be kind of different, because this is maybe 2 plates high, and so the next one would have to be kind of like this, pushing outward a little bit. But, oh well, here we go. It's a little, oh, there's more. Transparent thing. It is a beehive. There's a, at least on the instructions, there is a little clear round plate with a picture of a bee. So I guess bees hives do come in green, lime green, and brown. And it goes 2 studs away from the edge or the wall here, and then a planter. Showing the bricks outward. I guess these are lime green, because there is some green or bright green. It's about 3 away from that edge. And I think it might be something like that. And then get round, red. Or is it, because I see the dark red. No, this is something else. Let me double check. Yep, this might be it. There we go. Oh, we have a watering can. There. But it gets a transparent blue. Then we could put the handle. Oh. So easy. There. Yeah. Okay. Oh, careful with the blue stud. It doesn't stay. It doesn't catch. There it is. I can still put it in. And then it's a table, so it goes like this. And then it goes... I don't see the precise placement of it, but I think it's 2 away from the edge. Oh, okay. So this thing feels kind of rubbery. They just go there. Like that. Simple enough umbrella. This is what the gray clothing is for. It's kind of a nice color. It's not clear, it's kind of frosted. Oh, it goes on the table. Okay. It's kind of high though. That's not going to protect you from the sun. It is tall on the picture, so it's okay. Okay. More plant boxes. Similar to the ground floor in front of the window shop. Or the shop of the window. But they're going to put blue flowers, or bluish. This might be something to consider to put for the castle. Because I do have these from other sets. So maybe that's what I can do. To suggest a flower box. Might have to rotate a bit because it's kind of right next to the bricks. And because it's 3 wide window, it centers on the center of the 5th, or the 3rd one here. Okay. Then we put on the wedges here. Which is curious that this color was chosen. It does not correspond to any other color in the building. Closest to it would be the green highlight. The green of the plants, but it's still kind of a green-blue. I do wonder how it's going to look up on video. Otherwise, it might be a different kind of discussion, especially if it doesn't really correspond to anything else on the building. It rather pops out from the light yellow. That's the wall here. But I think because of the green and the amount of green that there is, it's not that jarring. It fits still. That we have a solid yellow with a bright green, and then when you transition to a light yellow, that green becomes turquoise. And that's how it kind of matches. That's my theory though. Oh, now the lights. And okay, this and this. Cover with black stud, paint, roller. Here we go. does really look like an old-fashioned light fixture. Sticking a little bit there. Okay. Now it's a sticker for the flower shop called Bloom. Alright. And something like that. Now, oh, it's only over the black. Something's gonna go right there on the green. That's because the corner of the black was showing, so that can't be right. There. Now we get into, looks like a bouquet. Though I wonder how they address this meta-wise. Because this is a fake bouquet, so that throughout the year you have a sign of a bouquet. And it's always there. Or is that a real plant that somehow you have to tend to, hanging overhead? I remember these from the other flower bouquet put together earlier. But it was only 3 stems, and those 3 had to be combined to make this many spikes coming out and attach the little petals. So I wonder if this is a recent development. Once I put these in, I'm gonna just rotate the leaves a little bit, just because I think a little bit, it might be a little too symmetrical if all of them are in the same direction. Oh, it looks kind of nice like that. Okay, and then it's blaster there. Then it attaches to the green. Like that. And I'm curious as to why they waited for this detail. Just like that. I didn't catch on that those were empty studs that were for a particular reason. There. It does fill out the architectural details. Like that. Okay, so then we're going to put this here, this, and then the sold sign, which suggests that this is more of a condo than an apartment. Not that it matters. I think it goes on the flower. Yeah. Okay. Oh, and that's... Yes, that was the final touch. Then you can attach them. And get these out of the way. The extra pieces. We have an extra bee. Flowers. Water. What was this one for? Oh, the key. Another heart key. A really long doorknob. And then it shows how to take off the rug. Here. Remove all the moving things. And you get to decide what to put in the apartment. Decisions. Now we go to 12. But let me combine them. I'll probably leave the moving stuff in there. All the boxes and the rug. Which is sad because that might have been what she brought to it and now she's gonna get rid of it. Oh. Then they combine like this. Because there's two. They have to go perfectly at the same time. It might get rough. I thought it was going to be easier than this. There we go. I'm not sure what I did, but it happened. One thing is probably not to hold it from the opposite end, because there might be a slight bending of the wall and then it just puts it out of angle. So let me see if by doing it closer, window popped out. And probably because these are brand new, I lifted it a little bit. Curious that I had to do that. I put one in and I had to kind of lift it a bit. Like maybe like a millimeter. But there we go. And now it's all combined. Well, let's see the back first. There we go. Get a little bit up. Oh, almost like the picture. But there's still one more bag to come. In bag 12, and that will finish off all the details that ties it all together. The rooftop is a nice addition. They had some details there that were interesting to work with. Really tall umbrella though. I guess there's not a shorter rod to put this on, but overall nice addition. Makes it feel more unified by placing some details here and there, continuing some of the green elements up there. But you can see how kind of came together. Alright, so this has been the Ponderous Brick Thinker. Thank you for stopping by. See you next time.